Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With fishingbooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. Fishingbooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to fishingbooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today. Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With fishingbooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. Fishingbooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to fishingbooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today.
All right, welcome back to the Survival and Basic Badass podcast, Kevin and Chuck. Today, we're going to talk about power from the sun. This might blow your mind. It's like from the gods. Mm-hmm. We're harnessing. You know, there used to be, the Incas and the Mayans, and they used to be all about, the sun has the power.
Yeah, I even watched some sort of crazy pyramid thing
We're
the other
gonna
night.
use this power from that giant yellow ball in the sky to make shit happen.
All right.
All right? You're excited?
I'm excited about this.
All right, let's get pumped.
All right, so solar power.
All right.
It's getting more and more affordable, more and more cost efficient.
Yes.
It's working better and better.
Better and better.
You can save some money. If you got solar right now, you can save some money. But if you wait another year, you save even more.
Oh.
It's every year.
Now, did we wait too long and then we already missed all the opportunity? Like we could have already been saving?
I don't know. I was talking to a guy the other day and he said he got one 3 years ago and he was kicking himself in the ass now. But he said it was, he was doing it for, to save the planet stuff.
Ah, damn hippies. Yeah. All right.
But he said that the amount of money he would have saved on it by buying it now would have made up for the past 3 years of it. But he already was saving money with solar instead of spending as much on the electric. Now, he had his design so that his solar supplemented his power usage.
Okay.
So what it does is it takes the electricity and feeds it back into to the power company.
Okay.
And they reimburse you for the money. Now, that's all great. That's all well and good. Everybody loves saving money.
I like saving money.
And the tricky thing is it's not so easy when the power grid goes down. It's not so easy to have it set up so that it'll feed your house directly.
Well, that was always my holdup.
Yep.
I was like, there's no point if when the power goes out, I got nothing. I feel like we've been saying this a lot lately. I don't know why we haven't really done an episode on solar, but somehow this keeps coming up in conversation. Mm-hmm. But I keep reading $247 a year you could save. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, those ugly things on my roof for $247. Mm-hmm. That sounds horrible. But, so one of the things, my big holdup was, if I can't do it when the power's out, then there's no point. You're not helping me. Mm-hmm. But I went on Solar City's website today, and they say for an extra $48 a month, you can have a big Tesla battery, and you're living off grid.
Nice.
So I'm a little excited. They might be getting a call in my future.
Yeah. It's looking more and more, and there's a lot of reimbursements too from the government if you get specific things. New York has some reimbursements. So I think that's, it's getting more and more affordable, and even aside of that, it's getting worthwhile. It saves money.
Okay.
So we're kind of coming to a head with that. It's
or it might be the future.
It might be the future. Yeah.
All
right. So the first solar panel was discovered and made by Alexandre Becquerel. however the hell you say that, is a Frenchman. So it's I don't speak French. So. Yeah,
but it was all the way back. You should give him credit anyway. I mean,
it was all the way back in 1839, and it was so inefficient that they really just used it as a way to measure light, which is strange.
All right.
It wasn't until about 100 years later, 1941, Russell Lowell invented the solar cell, which that way you could store energy for immediate use. It's not a battery, but a way to convert it into electricity quickly.
All right.
Now I was looking through some interesting stuff here. The Soyuz 1 was the first spaceship that was powered by solar. It was Russian, and the guy that was piloting it was Vladimir Komarov.
Did he die?
He died.
I figured that
they all died. All the Russians died.
That might be what happened.
But basically, only one of the solar panels opened up when he got into space. So they were going to send up another rocket to go save him because he couldn't re-enter. He couldn't.
Yeah.
And he basically just looped around the planet. They kept orbiting, and eventually they were able to figure out a way to get him back.
Okay.
So he re-entered the atmosphere, and his first chute deployed, but it didn't. It just got tangled up. Yeah. And so he set off the reserve chute, and that got tangled up in the first chute.
No!
And so he hit the ground doing about 40 miles per second.
Oh, that's faster than you want to hit the ground.
But that was the first solar-powered spacecraft.
That is exciting.
So the new solar cells, just coming out in 2006, I think, was the last big milestone.
Okay.
They reached 40% efficiency on the solar panels.
Oh, I think we're better than that now.
Well, we're right around 40%, but we're moving up.
Okay. All
right. They're getting less expensive to make. That's the real
big
issue.
Key.
Yep.
All right.
So I know a lot of the companies are coming out with a lot of great options right now. Whether you're setting up for long term, whether you want temporary, something temporary that you can take out and put in use. Solar City was doing that. Elon Musk was just talking about the solar roofs that he said is less expensive shingles, to put in than a new roof. And I was checking those out. They're pretty cool.
They look stylish.
Yeah, they got they've got four different types.
And different things, they got different colors.
Yep. The slate one was pretty interesting looking. They have one that's like a textured glass look too, so it's
nice.
And then they've got the standard, flat, smooth panel glass that we're used to seeing.
Right.
But it's just designed as a roof instead of on your roof. So it's pretty interesting stuff.
It's exciting. Mm-hmm. It's the way of the future, right?
That's right.
All right. Well,
that's right. But we'll get into this, but I know there's a lot of new options that are just little interesting gadgets that are kind of handy. Whether you're camping, you're outdoors, that you can carry with you.
I know I have solar battery chargers.
Yeah, and
I know we have solar USB chargers. For your
charge
iPod
up your phone
or whatever.
And charge up your radio when you're out partying by the lake.
I guess we're old when we say charge up your iPod. Like anyone has an iPod anymore? You have an iPhone, but you don't have an iPod.
I have an iPod.
No, you're a dork. Go look things up on the Facebook. See how that works. Clown.
If I could figure out how to get on the Google.
On the Googly.
All right, so now I was looking at a couple of these different options. One of the ones that I was looking at was a Goal Zero. You can go to their website. Goal Zero is the name of the company.
Okay.
And they've got a Goal Zero. Let's see. They've got a Guide 10 Plus solar kit. Now that's about $129.95. Only weighs 1.5 pounds.
Right, this is what we're taking out in the woods.
This is what you take out with you, right? This is full phone, GPS, headlamps, batteries. You can charge anything up from it. It's basically designed as a kit that you can attach anything to. So any power source, you can use it for this.
No, so they have like a 110 plug for it though,
right?
Or is it...
And you can also plug in.
Okay.
You can also plug it into the wall before you go out, and charge it up that way.
Nice.
So that's it gives you options of if you're going to need a battery with you, something to power things up, then you don't have time to set it up in the sun.
Right.
You can charge it up, bring it out with you, and then set it up when you get out there for a continued use of power. They've got another one that's a Goal Zero multi-tool kit.
Okay.
Which is the same price. It's basically the same thing, but it's a little bit lighter, and the battery itself is actually a flashlight on top of everything else.
What?
So you can carry it around as a flashlight and charge all your stuff. So Goal Zero is definitely something to check out for smaller use solar stuff. If you're interested in smaller portable things, definitely check them out. They've definitely got a lot of interesting things in there.
Nice.
Do you want to go with something else, or should I keep going on this?
I think keep going, because basically I'm going to get into how to set up our solar system. So
okay.
I think we kind of cover some of the history and the background here first, and then
all right.
I'll take it there. So
now these are getting more into the standard house use. Total Solar Technologies.
Ooh.
Now these are fancy because they're a little bit more expensive, but they're more of a house setup. Designed for supplemental power when the power goes down. So you can get the basic startup kit, the Solar Max base system, the 3300, and that's about $3,000. You can power basically your lights, your refrigerator, the basic stuff. But you're also going to be able to add panels to that if you want to. It's a system that you can buy more panels to increase your production. They got the Solar Max 5300. That's about $5,000. That's big enough to run your entire house.
Is that 5,000 watts? Is that why or 5,300 watts?
Oh, yeah.
Is that why they're... Mm-hmm. Wow.
And that's big enough to power your house, but it's more of a short-term thing. You know what I mean? Just in the sense that you're not going to be able to store the power as long. You're only going to be able to use this when the sun's out and the solar panels are running. Now, they have batteries.
No battery charge. It does.
It does have batteries, but they're not... They don't seem like they really last that long after the sun goes down. But the big benefit of these is that they all come inside their own Faraday cage. All the sensitive parts are protected from an EMP.
Ooh, I like that.
So that's fancy.
$5,000 though.
$5,000, and then they've got another step up.
I could buy a nice truck for $5,000.
And on top of all this, they all come with fancy carts. So you can cart this around to your neighbor's house.
Forget the truck.
Yeah,
I got a cart.
You already have a cart. It's in a cart.
Nice.
And then they go up to the Solar Max 6000. And that's something you would use on a cabin or an RV or a trailer camper sort of stuff.
Nice.
And you can use that to supplement with your basic generators. And that you can run an entire, a small house off of that long term.
A tiny house.
A tiny house, you might say.
All right. I'm excited. Now, so that's pretty cool. Is that all you got on there? It's a big list.
Yeah, well, it's got a lot of the different options.
Okay.
But these all come with expansion systems where you can get the basic system and the setup, and then buy solar panels and attach them to the system to make it more efficient, or produce more energy. So it's there's definitely a lot of great options for the smaller systems right now.
Okay.
And obviously, the bigger you get, the more power you're using, the more money you're going to have to put into it. But definitely, these are all companies that you might want to check out and keep your eye on if you're thinking about some sort of solar supplementation for your system and something to keep you up and running when the rest of the power is not.
I like it. No, it sounds like what we're after.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, there's also that, what is it, Off the Grid News or whatever. Bill Hyde, I think. I used to hear his commercials all the time. Mm-hmm. He sends me, my solar backup freaking offers on the weekly, Mm-hmm. I think he has a scratch and dent sale on the daily, and I think maybe he needs to fire some of those guys. Because he always my employee Jim was driving the forklift, and he dumped 5,
Fire that asshole.
And I'm like, wait a minute, this happens every other month. So either he's got the employees.
Well, you know how it goes, man. I think every furniture company I've ever heard a commercial for has been going out of business,
Since the beginning of time?
Yeah, there's when I was in the Navy down in Virginia, there was a furniture company that you'd hear it every day. Their thing for months on end, they're going out of business. And 3 years later, when I was moving away, they were still going out of business.
Sounds right. Mm-hmm. So whatever. These guys, they're pretty cool. I think it's Off the Grid News. And they got, all kinds of solar stuff and whatever. I think I don't want to check it because I don't want to send you guys to the wrong place.
Yeah, I know Elon Musk seems like he's been doing a lot of interesting things with Tesla.
Yeah,
and the battery systems that they're developing.
Oh, the batteries are amazing.
With Solar City, his new company that he just bought, right. With some real power, great power panels, and they're, the combination of the two, it's like exactly what we've been looking for personal use.
Yeah,
and solar has been great for big plants, to power things, to supplement the grid. But, for personal use, solar really hasn't been all that interesting up until the past 5 or 10 years.
I think I made you suffer enough here while I searched everything I need. So I will hopefully step up here. I can't find anything on this guy. I don't know why I can't search it out when I do a podcast. I guess I should do my research beforehand.
Yeah, you could do that.
That'd be cool.
It wouldn't be interesting.
Not waste people's
interesting
time.
Now.
All right. So, anyway, as you heard me mention last week, listener Sean sent us an email, said, hey, I want to set up solar, and basically looking at it all, it's kind of confusing and hard to figure out. So, which
is exactly what I thought when I started doing research about it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, Chuck is here to help us out because I'm a moron when it comes to these things.
Mind you, I'm probably the smartest guy in the world. At least that's what I'm going with because I was a electronic.
That's what you tell your wife.
Technician, right? Second class, and we all know that in the Navy, the second class are the real doers.
Oh, okay.
Definitely smarter than a first class petty officer. Mm-hmm. Definitely smarter than the EMO. Mm-hmm. That would be the electronic materials officer. Maybe not as smart as the Chang. The chief engineer, he always knows everything. Mm-hmm. But, right up there. So, with that said, I said I can unearth the mysteries of solar.
Okay.
Now, also, you guys have heard me mention I'm building a tiny house for one of my annoying kids in the backyard. Mm-hmm. Now, so solar is in the future. So we are looking into things and trying to figure it all out. So I figured I'd delve a little deeper, pull up some of the stuff here and see if I can't give you guys some insight. So, bottom line, I think I kept reading that solar involves 5 things. I think they said it's you need a solar panel, a charge controller, a battery, an inverter, and then number 5 was a lot of guessing.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that sounds about right. Because it seems like not a lot of people really know what's going on, and it's kind of all over the place, the information. Everything contradicts each other. Mm-hmm. It's kind of crazy. So, bottom line, go out. You want to find the most efficient solar panels you can find for the price that you like. Mm-hmm. And we're going to get into how to figure out how much wattage, how big you need for what you're doing in just a minute. But just broad strokes. Work with me.
Okay.
So, you want to pick out the nice solar panels. Then you're going to need a charge controller. What a charge controller is, it basically takes the sunlight from the solar panel, the energy from the sunlight from the solar panel, and then sends it to the battery and makes sure that electricity only flows one direction.
Right. So that's like AC/DC versus
Not really. It's more just current flow.
Okay.
It's electrons moving from one place to another, but making sure they don't move back.
Okay.
All right, so that's what you're doing. The other thing is some fancier. That's the gist of a charge controller.
Right.
They also, it's basically a diode. Do you know what a diode basically does? The same thing. It allows electricity to flow one way, and it doesn't flow the other way. The symbol for a diode is a triangle with a flat line in front of it. So it's implying current flows one way, and the flat line means it doesn't come back.
Okay.
So some people will take their solar panels and they'll just put a diode in between the battery and then not have a charge controller. But in a way, a diode is a charge controller.
Okay.
All right, not to get too technical on you. So, all right, anyway, so you have solar panel, charge controller, goes to the batteries. Batteries hold the electricity. That's your potential. Then we need to take it from DC to 120 like a plug in your wall. Now, you could actually set up your whole cabin, cottage, tiny house, whatever, to work just off DC, and you would buy only appliances that run on 12 volts or 24 volts or something along that line.
Okay.
For what we're talking about now, we're going to go with 120 just because that's common and what people know and are used to. There is an argument that DC just staying that way will be more efficient, but we're moving on. So anyway.
Yeah,
so we got
Tesla, right?
We got solar panels, charge controller, batteries, and the inverter. Now, let me think. So it's really, you need to decide how big of a solar setup do I want to buy? Right? Do I need 20 panels? What's going to solve my problem? Well, that's the big mystery that we're all trying to figure out. So the way it works is you go and you buy your batteries. Let's start with the batteries, and we're going to kind of work there. The batteries, if you wire them in series, now what that means is you're going to connect the positive to the negative from one battery to the next. So they're kind of inline. Electricity is flowing constantly from negative to positive, right? So that's wired in series. Every time you connect another battery, you double the voltage. So if you have a 12-volt battery and you connect another one where you're going positive to negative, you're going to now have a 24-volt battery.
Okay.
All right? You might have 6-volt batteries. A lot of the tractors, smaller things, you get the idea. 2 of those 12, 3 18, and that's all if you wire them like that. Now, here's where it gets crazy. If you wire them positive to positive, then they're in parallel.
I see.
Now this is different. If you wire them positive to positive, you are going to double the current or the amperage. Whereas the voltage will stay the same.
All right.
So you could put 4 6-volt batteries in series, then parallel to that, another 4 6-volt batteries in series, but the 2 are connected the other way. The other 2 are connected positive, the whole groups.
Right.
And negative, negative.
So it's basically a power bank.
Right. And so basically the way it would work, if you had 2 350 amp 12-volt batteries in series, you would have 24 volts, 350 amps. But if you had 2 12-volt, 350 amp batteries in parallel, you would have 12 volts and 700 amps.
Okay.
Right? Makes sense?
All
right. So your amps are your potential that you can store. All right. So when you go to buy, like I guess, there's Ohm's law, voltage and current. You get it, right? So if you have 700 amps and 24 volts because that's that system I outlined just a minute ago, right?
Right.
700 amps, 24 volts. That's 16,800 watts, or 16.8 kilowatts.
Okay.
Now, that's the potential of your batteries. The next thing, it gets crazier. Your batteries, you want to keep 70% charged all the time.
All right.
So that means that we really only have 30% of the 16.8 kilowatts to work with. So I don't even know what that is, but I can tell you because I got a phone and it has a fancy calculator on there.
The calculator that your
16,
grade school teacher said you would never have in your pocket when you needed it?
Pocket when you need it. Like, who would carry around a calculator? That's ridiculous. And I'm going to multiply that by 0.3. And that would be 5,040 or 5.04 kilowatt hours in a day is what we could use out of our system.
Okay.
Now, the reason I say you want to keep your batteries at 70% or higher is because if you keep them at 70% or higher, they're going to last 8 to 10 years. And if you drain them down to about 50%, they're going to last 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
So that's the difference. So then you're going to look for solar panels that are going to give you, 5,000 watts. If this is your system. Right. So
now, is this going to be enough to run a house?
Well, that's what we're going to talk about.
All
We're getting there. I'm building.
Okay.
Just slowly building. All right. So now we need 5,000 watts. So now we're going to take our solar panels and we're going to get maybe 5 100-watt solar panels.
Okay.
I think that sounds optimistic. I think most of the ones I was looking at were a lot smaller than that. But 5 100-watt solar panels, then we could assume that the sun is only really charging these at 100%, maybe 5 hours a day. You have optimum sunlight.
Right.
And since you're probably not even getting 100% most of the time, I'm going to assume we get about 500% of our total.
Right.
So really it sounds like we're going to need 1,000 watts worth of panels to charge our 5,000 watts of potential battery usage.
Right.
Now, so what is 5,000 watts going to do for me in a day? That's the next question. So we know how to size our system. We know what we're going to need for X amount of watts.
Right.
We just need to find out how many watts do I need. That's the next problem. So that, I pulled up a list on the internet. I'll put a link to it. But turns out you need a lot of freaking electricity. But if you're setting up your house, like if you want to run your 1,500 square foot house or 2,000 square foot house with all the appliances you're used to, a dryer or a stove, you're going to be shit out of luck. Because it ain't going to happen with a 5,000 watt system.
Right.
But if you're like, oh, I have a mini refrigerator, which I'll see if I can find it in our little chart here. Of course, they only have big ones in here, so I'm going to look like an ass. But, all right, a regular refrigerator, 16 cubic foot, which is on the small side. You probably have maybe a 22 cubic foot in most houses.
Okay.
There's probably about 18. I don't know. I think mine's around 18. That's about 1,200 watt hours a day is what you're using. So 5,000. All right. But that's the majority. That's a quarter of your power almost.
The refrigerator?
Yeah, in the refrigerator. But that's a full-size refrigerator.
Right.
Now, if we're buying LED lights, what are they, 9 watts or something?
Yeah, they're nothing.
9 watts, and I'm running it 5 hours a day. That's another 45. Maybe an LED TV. I don't know. Let's see if we can find out what LED TVs are.
Yeah, TVs are the real power suckers.
LED are it's a big difference. LED really cut it back. I'm going to see if I can find it. TVs. They don't have it. They're saying 25-inch color TV, figure 150 watts. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's...
Now, if you're running this system off the grid, that's kind of a big deal. But if you are running this on the week that you're out of power, it's not... You don't have to run the TV. You don't have to run a lot of the things that you're used to having.
Right. And that's, I don't know, how much TV are you watching when you're living out in the cabin? Are you watching 2 hours? So 300 watts? Mm-hmm. No problem. If you're watching TV all day long for 20 hours, we might have a problem. 10 hours is 1,500. Mm-hmm. That's going to start to be a problem. 20 hours, 2,000, now it's half your power, Mm-hmm. But shit, if you're just watching TV for 20 hours, you're probably not doing much anything else. So you might be in. But that's pretty much the gist of it. Let's see if I can give you some idea on some other things. A laptop is 40 to 100 watts an hour.
All right.
Stereo, 60 watts. Clock radio, 7 watts. So that's almost nothing. An electric blanket, 200 watts.
Ooh.
That's a no-go.
Yeah, stay away from those.
Your weed whacker, they're saying 500 watts.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, who's got an electric weed whacker that you're running on your solar thing? Yeah.
I don't know. Electric chainsaw. All right, just turn in your man card now. Mm-hmm. Toaster oven, 1,200 watts.
Oh, that's a lot more than I thought it'd be.
And like a regular oven, it's huge.
So this is really the difference between...
per hour.
This is kind of teaching me a lot about what I need to start turning off a little more often and save on some bills.
Yeah, you might want to look at these things. Desktop computer, 400 to 1,000, depending how old it is.
That's a lot.
We won't even talk about the electric fireplace I just bought. Ooh. That's a no-go. No-go. Microwave, 1,000 to 1,500 watts. Mm-hmm. Coffee makers. You know how they always have those commercials? Oh, this only uses as much as your coffee maker. Well, that's because your coffee maker uses 1,500 watts an hour.
What?
Yeah. That's a problem.
That's crazy.
Your oven, 3,000 watts an hour. So when you made that turkey for 5 hours, you were burning some electricity.
Money.
Can I recommend maybe you guys put that turkey over a spit when you're doing it in your tiny house? But that's pretty much the gist of it. So you know how to kind of lay it out. I'll put some pictures so you can kind of make sense of this. I know it's hard to see it in your head when I'm talking about series and parallel.
Right.
Believe it or not, it's actually the same with your solar panels. Mm-hmm. So as far as wiring them in series or in parallel, so if it's a 12-volt panel and 50 watts, like I said, if you do it in series, you're going to make it a 24-volt, or, if you did two of them. Or if you do it in parallel, it's going to stay 12-volt. And then, so you got to think about when you're wiring these together. Mm-hmm. I'll throw a link to some pictures on here for, how to make sense of it. It's not rocket science, but it's not easy, and it's overwhelming. It's a lot to think about. I think most of
us really want an electrician to help us out setting these up.
I don't know if it goes quite that far, but I think you're going to want to definitely pull up some, some plans online. You're going to want to see the stuff laid out so it can kind of make sense. I think if it's right in front of you, I think, if you're brave enough to do solar, I think that, you can kind of get your way through it. I know that wasn't great. I'm hoping I can put some great stuff in the show notes for you guys.
Now, what's the situation with Solar City now? They'll come out and set everything up for you, right?
They're saying you own it.
And you own it. You're not leasing these.
Well, they do a lease option, I believe, but I believe you can own it. It's still, you're getting a mortgage on it.
Right.
You're paying, but, and that's the hesitation too, when you sell the house.
Right.
You're stuck. But, I don't know. Maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's not.
Well, I mean, it's going to
Well, you can put it. All right, say it's 30 grand.
Mm-hmm.
Say this system it costs you 30 grand, and you have a $30,000 mortgage. I have no idea. I don't know what they cost.
Mm-hmm.
But did it up the value of your house 30 grand? Maybe it did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think more and more you're seeing people that are interested in.
So you don't even
that
need.
Sort of thing.
You know, people are like, I keep hearing, oh, well, they got to qualify for the mortgage to, to Solar City before they can buy your house and whatever. Mm-hmm. But maybe they just buy your house and you pay it off with the money you make because you got 30 grand more selling your house.
Right.
And then they own it.
Right. And you just have to make sure you're selling your house to one of those Bernie Sanders supporters and they're all in.
That's it. And I mean, I think I was pretty clear on the solar setup. I think it makes sense. I just know it's hard to see numbers and parallel series in your head when you're,
Yeah.
I don't know that I could walk away and go, oh, you want a reference. But that's the idea. So I know we were talking, we both saw some exciting things in the news this week.
Big stuff going on, right?
So what do you got
Trump's
there?
making all his picks. There's the whole pizza situation. What are they calling it? Pizzagate.
Now tell me about Pizzagate. I heard you mention.
I've been trying to figure this thing out, and it's all a bunch of gibberish.
All right.
Basically, it involves a bunch of people molesting children and drinking semen-laced breast milk and things like that.
Now, semen and breast milk.
Yeah,
How
mixed
are we
together.
Get these together?
You mix them together.
All right.
But apparently, it's all just bullshit. Kanye West was in on it, and that's what made me say, wait a minute.
Yeah,
it wasn't all like the whole giant Washington, D.C. pedophile ring that threw me off.
No.
But when Kanye West started talking about it, I was like, wait a minute, let me look into this.
All right.
So, all gibberish. The guy that owns this Comet Pizza place, don't send him hate mail. He's got enough. He isn't molesting children.
No, he's okay?
No, he's all right. He makes
right.
decent pizza, apparently.
Apparently. But what's in
I
the cheese?
cheese.
What is in the cheese? And that's what you gotta wonder. Now, speaking of New York City, you heard about this on 48th Street that there was an armored car, and apparently they leave unattended 5-gallon buckets of gold sitting in the back.
I don't know. If I had known about this, I'd have been down in the city years ago. 5-gallon buckets of gold. Man.
That's pretty sweet.
They always used to say the streets in America are paved with gold.
Paved with gold.
Apparently down in the city, that's what they're doing.
You're like, what the hell is a 5-gallon bucket of gold? Well, it turns out it's gold flake.
Okay.
So, awesome. I'll take it. So, gold flake, turns out you can fit about 80 pounds of gold in a 5-gallon bucket. Turns out that's worth about $1.6 million. I like it. And so I'm watching the video. You guys have to search this out. Maybe I'll put a link on there. It's this little, I don't know, is he Asian? Is he Spanish?
He's a New York City.
He's a New York City guy. You can't tell. And so, I mean, the picture's not all that clear. They say he's, 50 to 60, 150 pounds. I don't know how he picked up that thing. Like, it's 80 pounds, and he's not that thrown by it. And,
no, it seems like he just grabs it.
And he reaches up pretty high to get it. So, whatever. So, you see him kind of just standing, looking in the back. It's an armored truck, but the back is like got one of those lifts.
Yeah.
Like you're delivering furniture or something.
Right,
it doesn't look like you think of an armored car. And he just walks up, picks it up, grabs it with both hands, and walks away.
And they follow him about a block down the street, and then they lost him, right?
Well, with the cameras.
Yeah.
No, nobody even saw nothing. That's the thing.
Right, the cameras following the block. Yeah.
Nobody's watching. Nobody
saw him
this
take
guy. And they're like, hey, what I should do is I should have $1.6 million in gold just sitting in the back of the truck. And it's like on the tailgate almost. It's not.
It's right there.
It's not like he had to climb in the truck and, what's this? And grab it. No, this is like, hey, take me. I'm right here. The guy's like, hey, I should see what's in there.
Yep.
$1.6 million. That's pretty sweet.
And it was just a walk-by heist, apparently. He was just walking along a opportunity.
Yeah,
he just walking along and and saw it there and grabbed it.
So I'm kind of psyched on
and
that.
How long is this? How long ago is this? This was last week?
It was in September 20-something.
And they still haven't found this guy?
Well, so that's the thing. I can't find any stories where they say they've caught him.
Mm-hmm. And
I can say as of about 4 days ago, I heard on the news, if you have any information...
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
anyone that's trying to buy things with gold
but I
flake?
mean, you can melt it down into coins of whatever. I can have skull coins with the freaking prepping badass logo on there. Change my name to Kickin' Ass. That's what I do.
I mean, you could. Yeah. No, gold isn't one of those things that's a big deal to melt down.
No.
You can do that with a blowtorch. Yeah.
You can put it in your regular cooking pots.
Uh-huh.
Have no problem with gold. So, just saying, if you need any help, call me up. I might be able to work something out.
You can work it out. 10%.
10%. That sounds right. So, anything else this week? I heard some other good things. I don't know. The world's falling apart.
Yeah, we got the recount going on.
The recount.
And I think it's so funny that Donald Trump was promising this recount, and now that they're actually doing it when he won.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's a whole different story now.
Yeah, that, and then people are flipping out because of this Carrier air conditioners. Trump went and talked to them, got them to stay.
Yep.
So they're going to stay and whatever, offered some tax breaks or who knows what.
Mm-hmm.
That or he just threatened to screw with them until they went out of business. Who knows? But apparently on The View, they're going crazy.
Oh, they don't like
Whoopi
anybody.
Is not
Whoopi
happy.
Goldberg. Don't talk to Whoopi Goldberg about
Whoopi
anything.
Is like, no.
Yep.
What, they saved some jobs? I don't think so. What do we have to do? We probably sold the country's soul. So it's like, whoa,
well, no, I mean,
whoa.
if Donald Trump decided he was going to liquidate all his assets and give it to the poor, Whoopi Goldberg would have a problem with it.
No, this isn't right.
Whoopi Goldberg and, who's the one he was always calling a fat pig?
Rosie.
Rosie O'Donnell, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
No,
they must be having a heart attack right now. She's probably choking right now.
What? Can't be good. So.
Oh, man. Yep, we got, Aleppo still, going crazy. They're just about done there killing everybody.
Okay.
So they kind of wiped everybody out there. But that's it. What's his name disappeared? The head of, ISIS.
Yeah, I did not know.
I can't think of his name. Akbu, whatever the fuck it is.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's just vanished, gone. He was sleeping with a suicide vest in case they got him, and then they just fell off the radar as nobody's heard from him.
Did you hear though about the congressman whose kid was missing in Texas?
Who's that?
I think it's John Conyers.
Okay.
And his kid was away in college, whatever, and his roommate came back and was like, "Oh, he's gone. I don't know what's going on."
Vanished, huh?
Vanished. And then about 3 days later, they said the police found him in his apartment complex at 1 a.m, and he was in need of a shower and was hungry. I'm like, what? How does that play out?
Missing for 3 days.
3 days.
And wherever he wasn't showered.
And he still was, they didn't say like, oh, beat up or no.
No, they probably just didn't want to gloss over the fact that he was on a 3-day bender.
This involved the FBI, the Secret Service. Everybody was on this big manhunt, It's just, I don't want anybody's kid to go missing. I'd be freaking out. Your kid disappears at college, but man, you're just like, what?
Did you try his cell phone?
Oh, one of those.
Well, we were talking about renewable power the other day, today, and I was rolling around, and I was talking to a friend of mine that owns a couple of trailer parks.
And he's onto the secret Tesla generator?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Okay.
This has nothing to do with solar.
Oh, I thought you were going to give me a real breakthrough here. Okay.
No, I asked him if he had any propane tanks, and he said he said, yeah, people are leaving them here all the time. He goes, come down here, and he gave me like 6 of them.
Nice.
So I took him down the street to the gas station and traded all these old propane tanks in for nice new
6 nice new
tanks. Yeah, there's nothing worse than grilling a steak halfway and running out of propane.
Right.
But it's also it's a great little thing to have in your garage.
Want me to take him to my $10 guy?
Mm-hmm.
My $10 fill guy.
Where were you taking that? That's because I paid $18 to get it filled up, and I knew that was high.
Yeah, $10.
$10. Huh?
But I'm gonna wait till after the podcast because these people don't want to know about the directions of where to go get your your propane. So.
Right. But I'm very excited. My whole garage is full of propane now. I'm stocked.
Oh, and they're full now.
Yeah. Well, no.
18.
3 of them are full.
All right, that's a good start. I only have 3 full ones at my house.
Okay.
Actually, I have 1 I'm using and 2 full backup.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty good. I thought I'm ahead of most people. Most people can't even get through the freaking barbecue, and they're like halfway through. No!
Yeah.
So,
that's always the big nightmare, because I have people over, and I do a lot of grilling during the summer, and it's always a nightmare when you run out. I keep now the backup. I've always had 2 that I switched in and out. But having them there and having them full, when the power goes out and you got hot food, that's a big it's a big morale booster.
Nice. All right. We better end it. These people have things to do, money to make, business to... Oh, no, we don't?
No, that's it. We're done. But we're going to, if you want to get a hold of us, give us some ideas on...
so, preppingbadass@gmail.com.
There you go. You can email us.
Follow us on Facebook. It's Facebook/preppingbadass.
Okay.
We always have links.
I still haven't gone to our Facebook page.
You know you guys are excited about Patreon.
Right.
Want to leave that $1. Mm-hmm. Join the club.
Now, how do we get to the Patreon? Is that on our Facebook?
The Patreon? No, the Patreon, you got to kind of look in the show notes.
Okay.
Where you downloaded the podcast. Mm-hmm. Right there. Bam. Or you go to Patreon and search Prepping Badass.
Okay.
I think if you search Badass Chuck, you'll also find me. So.
You come up? You're badass, huh?
I'm pretty badass.
Well known in the Patreon community as being a badass.
Yeah. Oh, there's a buzz. They're like, that guy who gets $1 a month? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That's me. I'm that cool.
I was thinking about, we got to find some sort of beer distributor to advertise.
Beer. I think Kid Rock already
if they can just supply us with a 6-pack every week, I'd brag about them all day.
Yeah, you know what? We'll send a letter to Kid Rock, see if he can't get him to send us some badass beer.
Okay.
And I think it might not taste that good. I like Kid Rock. Not sure the beer is... Because I remember he said, I want to make a beer that is like what my fans are drinking at the concerts.
Oh. Like Budweiser and Coors?
That's what I'm like, wait a minute, whoa, that doesn't sound right at all. Mm-hmm. But, he is America's badass.
Right.
So, if he wants to send us beer, I'll crack him on the...
that sounds good. That sounds good.
Otherwise, if you make some kind of beer and you want to send it, we'll drink it.
No roofies, though. Just beer.
That's it. So, that said... Stay safe, and we will talk to you guys next week.
Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With fishingbooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. Fishingbooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to fishingbooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today. Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With fishingbooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. Fishingbooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to fishingbooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today.